Over 100 years ago, this area was full of miners searching for gold, a legacy still very much apparent here today. So, Nick, this is an old mine working?
Yes.
So, what is it?
So essentially, the water races that we saw earlier, feeding the water around the side of the hill from the snow melt, came into these valleys here, and the water was essentially sluiced down under high pressure, and all the rocks were washed. And then once the rocks were washed, all of those rocks were hand stacked back behind the workings, and all the material was sluiced down in through a mining setup where the material was separated from the gold, and that was what was left behind.
So it was arranged like this so that it would run better?
Totally.
Right.
It would run better, and also the miners had an idea of what material they'd already mined. So they would move the rocks behind them as they went, and all of these rocks were hand stacked.
Yeah. So, I mean, there are some pretty massive rocks down there.
Yeah, so a rock like that would take at least 5 people to move, wouldn't it? It's pretty amazing that these guys endured the winters that they endured here, all looking for their little piece of
gold.
Of gold.
Of wealth.
Yeah, absolutely. All up and down the river here, there were big mines and big sluicing machines that would big dredges, and they would go through the material again and pull out more and more gold.
So under that lake, there are all the old mine sites and
the
stuff.
old tailings, yes.
Oh, cool. And that's what this is. This is a tailing.
Yes, that's right. So it's areas like this amongst the vineyard which make this vineyard interesting. And you can see, like, with all the separate parcels that we have, they're all around these significant areas.
It's like fully incorporated.
Totally.
That's enough gold mining for one day. Back to my usual style of gold class at the spectacular Te Kano Cellar, where it's time to taste the Pinot Noir. What are the main signature flavours of your Te Kano Pinot Noir?
So Central Otago as a region is known for very bright fruit, for depth of tannin and structure, for a lot of concentration. Because of that diurnal shift, so it means we have a very long ripening window, so we can hang the grapes on the vine for a lot longer, and they just build in intensity. The longer you can delay that picking decision and you're not forced to pick because you've got climbing alcohols, the better. So Te Kano in particular, our wines, I feel, they're very expressive of the vineyards that they come from. Very deep alluvial clay. It's been laid down through millennia of river movements and uplift. And so I find our wines have a real depth of kind of plum, cherry, very deep, subtle tannins, sometimes a hint of mocha.
These glasses are extraordinary.
Yeah, this is actually a Central Otago Pinot Noir glass. So
it's designed specifically for Pinot from Central Otago.
It is, yeah.
How many wine regions have got their own signature glass?
There's 3 for Pinot Noir. There's Oregon, Burgundy, and Central Otago. So of all the wine regions in the world, I guess that's making a statement about what we do.
Yeah.
So you see you've got that lovely depth of fruit, that real bright cherry and plum, but it's got that beautiful backbone of tannin that'll help that wine to age with time.
How long is it in the barrel for?
So Te Kano wines stay in barrel 12 months. So we bottle them unfined and unfiltered. There's as little intervention as we can have, the better. And we always use the best French oak.
Of course.
Yeah, I love that wine.
So good.
It really is a glass of Central. It just pops out at you. It's wonderful.
It is delicious. Dave, thank you so much. What a treat to be in such a special place.
Oh, you're welcome, and it's a pleasure to have you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, they sound good on a cheers too. I've had such a wonderful time in New Zealand, from the brews and views in the north all the way to Golden Bay. But all good things must come to an end, and after crossing the stunning Cardrona Pass with a quick stop at Arrowtown, I took in one final majestic view atop the skyline in Queenstown before heading home. Of course, with so many places left to visit here in New Zealand, we had to plan a second trip. So although it's goodbye for now, we will see you back here next year for even more Cellar New Zealand. And as they say here, Kia ora.